Greetings, Rosie here with Living Your Best Life and day 6 of the 7-day challenge. Just waiting for YouTube to go live as well. Hope you're all having an amazing day. You woke up giving thanks for today, for another day in this life. Giving thanks for your body and all that it does for you. I give thanks for each and every one of you for being here. I'm just going to give a few moments for folks to come in. When you come in, please introduce yourself and let us know where you're coming in from. I'm just going to kind of refresh this YouTube, see if that helps it to load better. Try this one more time. Greetings, Jill. Nice to see you. Hope all is well with you. Let everybody know where you're coming in from. So yeah, this is day 6 of our 7-day Living Your Best Life challenge. I'm really proud of all of you guys for sticking with it. You know, it's not always easy to do something for, 7 days consistently. Let me just try again to go live on YouTube. Hopefully this time it works successfully. Yay! Okay, so it's saying I'm live. Excellent. Okay. But my phone is blocking my face. Let's see. Let's just adjust that. Okay. Awesome. There we go. Oh. Okay. Just make some little adjustments here. Thanks for the grace. There we go. Okay. Greetings, King Sela. Welcome. Please let people know where you're coming in from. Just going to give a moment for folks to come in. You know, it takes a minute for people to get the notification and come on in. Happy Monday. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments. Let me make sure I got you guys up here so that I can see everybody's comments. Let me just refresh over here on Facebook so I make sure I'm seeing your comments. Yeah, you guys let me know where you're coming in from. Welcome. See some couple new folks in here who haven't been with us on the challenge. Yeah, please let me know in the comments. Introduce yourself and let people know where you're coming in from, please. Okay, yeah, and today's theme is reach out and uplift. So it's about, spreading positivity and kindness in this world. It can really make a huge difference when we are spreading kindness in the world. We really have an impact. Just us being a high frequency helps counterbalance so many others, depending on what level you're at. If you're, I don't want to misquote this. I can't remember if it's 70,000 or 700,000, but if you're fully activated, crown chakra activated, I believe it counterbalances 700,000 people in the world. I'll double check that fact, and if I'm incorrect, I'll let you know in the comments, because I do like to correctly quote things, but I have leveled myself up to make sure that when I come and do these lives, I'm in the flow and I don't have, an agenda or a script where I have quotes or I have statistics written down, because I don't feel like you get the same frequency and flow from me when I do that. And that was pointed out to me by a dear friend of mine who I greatly appreciate for that. She's not the first one to tell me that, but I guess she's the one that got through. When people tell us things, it's planting a seed. And you know what, maybe we're not in the space to take advantage of that at the time that it happens. But it is planting a seed, and when we are ready, then we do take that leap. So my lives are now fully off script and just flowing from spirit, which feels really good. You know, having come up in like higher education, we always had to have like an outline, and we had to have a PowerPoint, and, you know, do these big presentations and stuff. Which I do, you know, I do some PowerPoints within my programs because I think visuals are important. But it's just as equally important to be able to just flow and allow spirit to come through us. It's, you know, so much more natural, and I know that I have, you know, the knowledge and the wisdom on these areas. I've been working in some of, oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Let's go back. Got a phone and a computer set up so that I can be in the Facebook group as well as YouTube, because some of our folks are not on social media, which is amazing. I do, you know, obviously still use these platforms, but it would be lovely to not have the influence of social media. So I am going to jump in and get started. I know there'll be some peeps coming in as we go. You know what? I'm just going to refresh this feed over here and see if anybody came in on, and I need to remember to check YouTube too to see if we have any comments or folks coming in on YouTube. But yeah, I'm not seeing any comments coming in yet, but that is all good. For those who are here watching, I would love it if you would introduce yourself and put where you are watching in from in the world in the comments, because I always love to see all the different places in the world people are coming in from. During this challenge, we have had folks from Ghana, Ethiopia, Hawaii, Jamaica, California, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Texas, DC, like Baltimore area. Trying to think where else. If I missed anybody, my apologies. But yeah, we've had folks coming in from all over the place, and it's always really exciting for me to see that. I love to see how, that is one thing I do love about social media, is that it allows us to connect with people from so many different places. So I just wanted to do a quick little review of our 7-day challenge. So day 1, we were setting intentions. So, and I encourage you to focus on those intentions throughout the challenge. So, excuse me, I want you to take a moment right now to think about what your intentions were that you set at the beginning of the week, and how are you doing on those? Have you made any progress in those areas? Take a look at that. It's important to review those each day. I encourage everybody to put, you know, post-its around your house that you're seeing reminders of those intentions. That really helps us to stay focused on them. Okay, just double checking our chats here. Okay, day 2. Who remembers what we did on day 2? Day 2 of the challenge. Day 2 was moving with purpose. So what did you do to move with purpose on day 2? So we talked about like some of the energy blocks that we have, you know, different belief systems, or, you know, different memories and things we're carrying with us, those old stories we keep telling over and over again, thinking we're not good enough, that we can't afford this or that, that, you know, we can't do what that person does. I mean, everybody has a different mission to do. We don't all do the same thing. But then we also talked about when we move with purpose, we're like moving that energy, and we're working to free those things up. Sometimes when we have that movement, more things will come up that we'll start to recognize some longing and discontent. But As we talked about here, longing and discontent are just signs of our higher growth. It means that we know that there's a higher level for us. So it's really important on a regular basis to move with purpose. So that can even be like a meditational walk. Sorry, my wrap is bothering me this morning. It's like, feels tight on my head. I'm just going to like pull it and loosen it a little bit. Okay, that's better because I don't want it to give me a headache. Okay, so day number 3. Who remembers what day number 3 was about? Anybody? Gratitude, yes. Day number 3 was about gratitude. So being grateful for everything that has ever happened to us. We made a practice to go through the day focusing on what we're grateful for. And when we go through and we focus on what we're grateful for throughout our day, guess what? We get more gratitude. If we focus on our discontent and the things we don't like, the things that appear to be not going right, and I'll speak to that in a moment. When we focus on those things, what do we get? We get more of that. So, yeah. Sorry, I just had a little glitch. It's all good. It happens. We're human, right? And I love to be coming to you like authentic. We all, forget things sometimes. We're not always like on point every moment. But know that everything is happening in divine time. And when those moments happen, maybe it's because it's supposed to allow something else to flow in. And so we just need to recognize that it's all happening perfectly. It's all unfolding in divine time. So day number 4, what did we do on day number 4? Who remembers what we did on day number 4? Day number 4 was focused on decluttering your space, clearing your mind. When our environment is a reflection of where we're at. So if our mind is cluttered, guess what? Our space is going to be cluttered too. And it's very hard to be creative and move forward when there's all sorts of clutter. It blocks us. And, it's something else we recognize on day 4 is that, this clutter that's blocking us is not just the physical things in our environment. It is these belief systems, these same old stories that we've been carrying around forever. Those people who are not really supporting us. They don't have our back. Those are also clutter. These can all be classified as clutter, and they all get in the way of us living our best life. So, we set our intention. We started looking at some of our blocks and moving some of that energy. We thought about the things we were grateful for to then call in more gratitude to us, where we started to physically clear out some of that clutter in our space, which then helps clear our mind so we can think clearly and allow new things to come through. When we get rid of those old things that are sitting around that may not be serving us any longer, it really makes space for new things to come in. Day number 5. What did we do on day number 5? Day number 5 was doing something nice for you. So what did you do on day number 5? What did you do that was something special for you? Self-care and taking care of ourselves is super important. And I think especially as women or mothers, not to say this doesn't happen for men as well, but I think mothers tend to focus on everybody else around them. We're supposed to take care of the family, the kids, or, that's what stereotype says, or that's what we've been taught. So we tend to focus on others before we think about ourselves. But it's really important to actually think about you first. Make sure you're recharged. Make sure you're powering up yourself so you can fully be there for others. So me, for instance, every morning when I get up, before I even turn on my phone, okay, maybe I'll get up and go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. But then I meditate. I say affirmations. I choose an oracle card that is helping me focus on whatever area I need to focus on for the day. I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. So I give those gifts to me. I spend that time doing something for me, so that, as Esther and Abraham Hicks say, I can be on that high-flying disc, and I can try to maintain that throughout the day. The first 15 minutes we are awake, we are still in a theta state. So if we set that frequency during that time, it's much easier to maintain it throughout the day. So yeah, do you first. Always do something for you. So I'm excited to see what you all did yesterday to do something special for yourself. Deanna and give thanks for all the prayers for Deanna. Everything is fine. All is well now. And we had a lovely day at the river yesterday. So after things got sorted out with what was going on with Deanna and her husband, the original plan was to go to the river, but we did follow through with our original plan, and we had a lovely day. So that is something nice we did for ourselves. My friend who was here with me, we made a lovely raw meal to take to the river, and yeah, it was just really nice to relax and ground out. And we were on the Rio Grande, which has these amazing rapids. So, maybe I don't think I even took many pictures yesterday. I was gonna say I'll share some pictures with you guys, but I'll have to look and see. I don't think I really took many pictures of the river yesterday. I was just enjoying it. And another thing that's really interesting, as most of you know, I had some challenges coming in on Saturday. Our Wi-Fi had gone out, which it's still out. Not sure what's up with that. But, we went up the road to get credit for my phone so I could have data on my phone and set up a hotspot. That didn't work. But what's really interesting is Saturdays for me are the Sabbath. I normally don't go on any electronics. I don't do any work. It's just a day to relax and recharge, which is kind of what the theme was. Do something for you, relax and recharge. And we had Wi-Fi all morning until just before that started. It went out just before I was supposed to do the live. So I really feel like it was the universe telling me, you need to observe your Sabbath. Don't neglect that. And that's something special that you do for you to, connect with the Most High and recharge and relax. And it's super important. And, since I run my own business, I can design things the way that work best for me. So I think it's really important that maybe even if I have a 7-day challenge, that I do take my break on the Sabbath, and I can do that. So I'm paying attention to that, and I'm going to honor that in the future. Also, I think I might have kind of called it in, because I had really been thinking a week. Okay, so that'll be from one Transformational Tuesday to the next Transformational Tuesday. But then I realized when I was with Deanna and we were thinking about, just wanted to have in my mind what the topic was for the next day. And I was like, okay, we started on Tuesday, that's day 1. Wednesday was day 2. Thursday was day 3. Friday was day 4. Day 5 was supposed to be Saturday. Day 6 would be Sunday. And day 7 would be Monday. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought a week would be Tuesday to Tuesday, but it actually worked out that it originally would have ended on Monday if everything went through on Saturday. And I did have this vision of it going to Tuesday. So now it's going Tuesday to Tuesday. So I don't know. I feel like I might have called in that Saturday when I wasn't able to come live to you. And I'm going to take that into account for future reference. But I did try my best. Yeah, and I'm glad I have found a way to continue this, even though our Wi-Fi is not sorted out. One of the issues you have to deal with being in a developing country is sometimes the power goes out, or sometimes the water goes out, or sometimes the Wi-Fi goes out. I give thanks. I'm grateful. Up until then, the Wi-Fi has been really consistent, and I haven't had any issues. So I give thanks for that, and I give thanks that, you know, it's going to come back on and continue that way. We have to envision what we would love, right? Okay, so so we kind of did a review of where we're at. The topic for today is, you know what, I'm going to just put my phone on Do Not Disturb so we don't have any messages interrupting us or phone calls. Okay, there we go. So the message for today is to reach out and uplift. You know, it's about sending positivity and peace and love out into the world. You know, even if that's just smiling at a stranger walking down the street, or, you know, saying greetings, giving somebody a compliment. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it can mean the world to somebody. I mean, I've heard stories of, you know, people, you know, saying hello to somebody or saying greetings. I don't use hello. Hell is low. Saying greetings to somebody and asking if they were all right. And that person really wasn't all right. They were planning on committing suicide that day, ending their life. And that person reaching out to them really made them realize that, like, oh, there are people out there who care about me. And they decided not to end their life. I've heard this on more than one occasion. So what we put out there in the world can have a significant impact on others. And we don't know what they're going through. You know, we don't know what their day has been like. So, yeah, and when we put good out there in the world, what comes back to us? More good. And it comes back to us tenfold. So remember, as you go out in your day, to be spreading positivity and love. You know, reach out and uplift somebody else. If you see somebody who looks a little down, reach out to them. And even if they don't look a little down, you know, whoever you encounter, make sure you're smiling at them and giving them a greeting or, you know, a compliment. You know, even if you're just like picking a flower and handing a flower to somebody, it can really make their day and really like brighten them up. So that's where our focus is going to be for today. I really want us to ground in, so please make sure your feet are on the floor. And we're going to take our 3 deep breaths that we normally do to reset our nervous system. So I want you to breathe in. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to hold it in our heart for a count of 4. And we're going to breathe out for a count of 6. So as we breathe in, we're going to think about breathing in love and light and positivity and kindness and peace. I may have already said peace, but that's okay. Maybe we needed a little extra peace today. So we're going to breathe that in. We're going to hold it in our heart, and we're going to really feel what that feels like to have that love and joy in our heart. Okay? I want you to let yourself feel exuberant and feel your heart just like radiating out all of this love. And then we're going to exhale. And when we exhale, we're going to let go of anything that no longer serves us. Any fear, doubt, worry, shame, blame, any of these lower density frequencies, I want you to let them go. They are not serving you. They are some of the baggage that is blocking you from living your best life. So if you really want to live your best life, we need to let go of these things that are blocking us. And it's not easy work. You know, it takes some dedication. It may not work the first time. It may not work the first 5 times. But if we're consistent with it and we keep, you know, repatterning those thoughts and having a self-awareness of these thoughts and beliefs that are happening within us, we can absolutely, you know, repattern them and reprogram our brain and have all that we would love, all the abundance we would love, you know, the relationships we would love, the job, or, you know, the opportunities to go out and share your mission with the world, your purpose, time, money, location, freedom. We can all have these things, all of these things. This is an abundant universe that wants us to have everything that we would love. So sorry, I'm just hearing a dog crying in the background, so I'm just going to send a little peace and love and comfort to this poor dog. I don't know if they're fighting or what, but No, that's different than the whining, Kirikou. It was crying that was happening. So, let's go ahead and take those deep breaths. Make sure your feet are on the floor. So we're going to breathe in. Hold that in your heart. 2, 3, 4, and let it go. Make sure you're breathing out. You're breathing in through your nose. You're breathing out through your mouth as if you're breathing through a straw. So breathe in. Hold that in your heart. 2, 3, 4, and let it go. And one more. Breathe in. Hold it in your heart. Really feel your heart radiating out all of this love. It's just beaming bright. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and let it go. When you let go, I want you to let go with force. Let it all out. We don't want to hold any of that, any of those lower density feelings, thoughts, beliefs. We don't want to hold those within us. Okay? They're not helping us. They are not our friends. Well, we need to befriend them. Everything that's happened to us, you know, in the work that I do, we do forgiveness work. We, you know, forgive those people who have wronged us. We forgive ourselves for the things we feel like we have done wrong or the mistakes we have made. But really, ultimately, we need to give thanks for all of those things. Even the most horrific things that have ever happened to us, super important to give thanks for them, because we would not be who we are today if those things hadn't happened. These things are all part of the plan, and these things happen to us so we can gain the capacities of empathy, so that, you know, we are kind to others, because we know how it feels when somebody's not kind to us. You know, we know how that feels. That's happened to every one of us. If we're human, there's somebody who's been mean to us or bullied us or, you know, even worse, like raped us or attacked us or tried to kill us. You know, there's all kinds of crazy things that have happened. I got, you know, attacked by a pit bull who went for my neck and tried to kill me. And that's how the idea for Soul Adventures Foundation came about. So there are blessings that come about out of every tragedy. And there's things we're supposed to learn and grow. Like at the point this pit bull was going for my neck, I had this vision of working with orphans in Jamaica. And that, you know, I was supposed to be working with youth down here and empowering them. So we never know. Everything happens for a reason. I really, truly believe that, even like some of the worst things. So, you know, give thanks for that family member who was mean to you and gave you a tough time, because it made you who you are today. You know, give thanks for maybe that ex-husband that didn't treat you the way you wanted to be treated, because that showed you that there's a next level for you. It showed you that you know you don't deserve to be treated like that, that there's something more out there for you. So when these things happen, it really lets us know, you know, the longing and discontent really are just signs to help us grow, to let us know that there is a next level for us. So I think I'm gonna, let's see, let me just take a moment and ground in. So reaching out and uplifting others. So that also means we have empathy, that we feel for other people, that we maybe don't feel what they feel, but we feel for them, and we, you know, would like them to be happy and enjoy. And yeah, so the theme of today, reaching out and uplifting another. So, you know, we're wanting to do kind things for other people. And when we do kind things for other people, guess what? That comes right back to us, because kind people do things for us. And it might not come back through that same person. It might come back through another person or from somewhere else in the universe. We just never know. But the universe, the Most High, however you want to see it, sees all things, sees everything that we do. And when we reach out and we're kind to others, we do things to help others, you know, it really does just keep the circle flowing back to us. You know, I've been going and volunteering at the homeless shelter here. Dr. Paul from Great Huts has a rehabilitation center. It's called the Portland Rehabilitation Management, where a couple of days a week I go and I volunteer and I do sessions with the clients there, the residents. I run groups for them, just like I do groups for you guys. I go and I run groups for them. They all have mental health diagnoses. And there's not many shelters that exist in Jamaica. But they do take in these folks that have mental illnesses, so they have a roof over their head, they have meals. They all help out around the place. Like one person might cook, somebody else might sweep. They have chickens that they raise, but they're all working so cooperatively, and it's really lovely. But when we go and we volunteer and we do good things for others, it always comes back to us. Majority of the work that I've done with Soul Adventures has been voluntary. Most of the time, you know, sometimes we have funding and grants from time to time, but majority of the time we don't. I would like to shift that. I would love to see, you know, abundance continually flowing into Soul Adventures, so you know we can offer more programs to the youth. So I'm going to rewrite that story, allow that story to change and alter. We always have that opportunity and that chance each and every day. Each day is a fresh new day. Okay, so let's do, I think we're going to do a little guided meditation, a little visualization. So everybody find a comfortable spot and just close your eyes. Okay, I'm going to take you on a journey. We're hiking through the woods. We're going up, up, up. We're taking steps to get up to the top of the mountain so we can see the gorgeous view and look out. So we're hiking along together. We're going up the first, second, third step. We just keep taking those steps. We're getting closer to the top. 4, 5. You're going up higher and higher. Not only are you increasing elevation, but you're increasing your frequency. You're going to continue to travel upward. 6, 7. Feeling even lighter and brighter. You feel so much joy and exuberance. 8, 9. You're feeling even lighter. You're feeling totally relaxed. You're feeling love and exuberance emanating from your heart. Your heart just is like bursting with love and joy and anticipation for what it's going to look like when you get to the top of this mountain. And then one more step, step number 10. You're at the peak. You're up there and you're looking out. You can see so far. You can see more mountains and lots of trees. It's really green. And if you look in the distance, you can even see the ocean. There's a lovely breeze blowing up here at the top. And you just get such an expansive view. You know, you're able to see all that's out there before us. And you know, sometimes we're stuck in a little microcosm and we just see us and we see our point of view. But when we're up at the top of this mountain, we see all, and we're able to see so far. We're able to see a distance. We're able to step back and look at the bigger picture. So what does that bigger picture look like for you? You know, I want you to just, you know, find a comfy spot and lay down there up at the top. You're safe. You're grounded. There's nothing that can harm you. You're not going to fall. There's a nice, safe, comfy spot in this really cushy grass. It feels like a pillow. And we're just relaxing and we're letting our heart shine bright. We took some time yesterday and we sent lots of love to ourselves. We were nourishing ourselves. And that felt so good to take some time, to have some self-care, to do something nice for yourself, to relax. Even if that's to do nothing and just rest for the day, not have to go anywhere or do anything. Maybe for you, that was going and getting a manicure. Maybe that was a massage. Maybe that was taking a swim in the sea or the river like Diana and I did yesterday. So whatever that was for you, you're fully nourished. And so now you're able to go out there and nourish others. So I want you to think about your friends and your family. Think about what are some nice things you could do for them. Just send love, even just sending love to them right now. Sending peace and love to all of those people you love. You see the big smile on their face as they receive this love from you, whether that's in the form of a smile or a compliment. You're just really feeling that love emanating. It feels really nice. Now I want you to think about your enemies or maybe some people you have conflict with. I'd love for you to send some peace and love out to them as well. The Dalai Lama likes to call those people frenemies. And that's sometimes where we have our most growth, or with these people that we have conflict with. So we need to give thanks and be grateful for them. We're going to send them love today. Maybe there's a friend you haven't talked to in a long time and you want to reach out to them, or maybe a family member. Maybe there's an aunt or an uncle, or even a parent or a grandparent or a child who you haven't talked to in a while. Take that time to reach out to them today. So we've nourished and loved ourselves. We've nourished and loved our friends and family, and even our enemies and those we've had conflict with, because they've made us who we are today as well. They've taught us longing and content by them not treating us in a way that we would prefer. It's helped us to see that how we would like people to treat us, what we deserve, and setting boundaries with those people who don't treat us in the way we feel like we deserve to be treated. And if that means losing some people, that's okay. If they can't radiate on your frequency, then that might not be the healthiest person for you to be around now anyway. We don't want anyone pulling us down to a lower frequency, but only we can allow that. They can't bring us down. We have to allow that. So I just want you to be grateful for your friends and family, for those who do support you. Grateful and sending love to those frenemies. And then I want you to take it out. This is a meta meditation. So it not only impacts us and helps us ground and center and be in love and peace and joy, but we've now sent that out to our friends and family. We've sent that out to our frenemies. So now I want you to think about sending it out to everybody in the town in which you live. Send out that love and positivity to everybody in the town where you live. Feel how that feels. It's just radiating. And the more people who are happy and positive on a high frequency, the better it is for the planet. The more we help improve things. So now you're going to reach out to your state or your parish, depending on where you are. Your region, your larger region. We're opening it up to the larger region. Okay, we're going to send peace and love and positivity out to all of the folks in the country where you live or where you're currently residing. So imagine all this love and positivity radiating out to the whole country. and maybe spilling off into the boundaries of other countries. Imagine this just radiating out from your heart. It starts at your heart as this big, bright, beaming, shining light, just radiating love. And we continue to let it ripple out to the outer layers. So we've now encompassed your country and the surrounding countries. Let it just continue to flow out. Allow it to continue to spread until we've reached all of the countries in this world, on this planet Earth. Then we can also send it out to the Milky Way galaxy, to other planets, to other beings that might be out there. So all living beings everywhere are now feeling your energy. How powerful is that? Feel the power of that. And this is using power in a righteous, positive way, unlike the way many of our leaders use power to control and dominate people, to keep them small. No, this is about expansion. We're expanding. As the frequencies keep increasing on this planet, we need to continue to keep increasing. And this is why we're doing this work, to let go of this baggage, let go of these things that don't serve us. Just let those flow away. And the more we stay in this frequency of peace and love, this amazing energy that's beaming out through your heart, and you can feel it pulsating in every cell of your body. Do you guys feel it? Do you feel this energy pulsating? I hope you do, because it feels amazing. So yes, just sit in this energy for a few minutes and just take that in. Feel how that feels. Allow it to radiate out from you. Hope you're feeling really powered up. Operating at your highest potential. If any lower thoughts come in, any feelings that you are not in resonance with this high frequency, let them float away like clouds. That's your ego trying to stop you from being your highest version. That's your ego trying to stop you from living your best life. Can be these belief systems that we're working on dismantling. We're going to let them crumble because they're not serving us. You know, maybe at some point in time they protected us. Maybe something happened to us and we set those boundaries, we set those beliefs to keep ourselves safe. Or maybe our parents set those in us to help keep us safe because they didn't want to see any harm come to you. But they didn't realize by setting those limits, setting those beliefs, setting those boundaries, they actually were limiting you. And it helped you for a time. There was a time you needed those. But we don't need them anymore. You're operating from a much higher frequency. And you don't need anything holding you back. We're just going to fly free. You're at this top of the mountain and feel like you could just fly. Like you're a bird. You're an eagle just soaring. And when we can stay on that frequency, we can stay on that current of the wind, it can carry us anywhere we want to go. So just feel into that. Feel how good that feels. And I just want you to sit in that energy a little bit more and absorb that. Because when you go out into the world today, I want you to radiate this energy everywhere you go. I want it to feel contagious. People see you glowing and they see that smile on your face, and just that really lights them up. You're like a beacon. And so everyone who sees and feels that bright shining light that you are, it reminds them that they're the light too, and they turn on and they shine brighter. Feels amazing, doesn't it? Yes. It really does. I give thanks for you coming on this little journey with me. to the mountaintop today. To look out and see all the vastness that's out there before you. To see all that you can influence and have a positive impact on. You are a powerful being. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know how bright you are? You are filled with positivity. You are love. And I feel it just beaming out of you. Do you feel that? Do you see who you are? Do you know what kind of influence you can have on this world? We need you right now. We need everybody shining bright and positive and coming from their higher self. It's really needed in these times as the old structures crumble beneath us. But the new paradigm has risen up. The new earth is here. And the frequencies continue to increase. So if you want to live your best life and you want to continue to grow and live in this bright, loving light of the new earth, we have to let go of the baggage. We have to let go of the lower density feelings. And today we're going to focus on reaching out and empowering others so we can share our light with them. We powered up our light yesterday. We did something to recharge and refresh ourselves so we can go back out there and refresh and recharge others. So just feel that bright, beaming light within you, reaching out to all four corners of the globe. Your energy can reach vast, vast distances. It's not limited. When you send it out there, it goes as far as the light can see. And further, it just keeps radiating out like a ripple. You know, when we do an act of kindness for somebody else, it just continues to ripple out. So I want you to open your eyes and come back. Okay? When you feel comfortable, just open your eyes and come back to us. Let me know in the comments how that felt. How amazing does that feel? To just feel that love radiating out from us into every other being, every animal, every plant in the universe. Yes. Absolutely amazing. Just going to do a little refresh on our comments here. Okay. Yes. So did that feel good? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching the replay, please let me know in the comments. How did that feel for you? Okay, so I hope you feel really powered up. You know, I want you to know that when you're going out and doing good in the world, when you're reaching out and connecting with another, doing some act of kindness, that just ripples out in the world. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond, and the ripples just keep going out and out and out and out. And you know, there's this concept of pay it forward. So, you know, when we do good in the world, we can also encourage others to keep that ripple going. So, you know, maybe we hand somebody a flower and we encourage them to go do an act of kindness for somebody else. And they do an act, that person does an act of kindness for somebody else. And so on, and so on, and so on. And it just keeps rippling out to the world. Imagine the impact we can have. So just you're smiling at somebody or giving them a little compliment can really have a huge impact on their life. You just never know. You don't know what somebody else is going through. You don't know what's happening in their life. And like I mentioned earlier, I haven't encountered this myself, but I've definitely encountered several stories of, you know, people saying a kind word to somebody or smiling at them and, you know, really changing their mind, you know, in terms of like taking their lives or harming themselves or going out and doing something bad in the world. And, you know, that smile or that compliment really made people like rethink that and shift their focus. And yeah, you never, like I said, you never know what somebody else is going through, so you never know the impact you can have. But when you do good out there and you share positivity with the world, you know, it's amazing all that can come back to you. So go out there, shine your light bright, spend the day, you know, thinking about doing little things of kindness for somebody else. I want you to reach out and uplift somebody else. I want you to smile at them. I want you to give them a compliment. Maybe they need help with a task that you are capable of helping out with. Whatever that may be, I want you to go out and share. You know, share your kindness, share your love, share your light. And I want you to come back in our 7-day Living Your Best Life Challenge chat and let us know what you did. And let us know how it felt afterwards. You know, if you want to, let us know the reaction of the person or the people that you spread your love and kindness with. Remember, if you have not watched all of the videos, that needs to be completed by tomorrow night. Wednesday, we will announce the winners of the prizes. So yeah, make sure you've listened to all the lives, that you know, if I ask you to comment on things, you've done that. You put hashtag replay in the video so that I know that you have watched it. And then make sure you've put your action steps either in the 7-day Living Your Best Life Challenge chat or in our WhatsApp group if you're somebody who's not on social media. Even if you are on social media, you're welcome to go to the WhatsApp group as well. You can go and keep our folks who are in WhatsApp company. And coming in the future, I will make sure that we have a place where everyone can gather and we can all be together in one space, one chat. Thank you, Deanna, for coming on. Most of my folks come through Facebook, and so I hadn't fully thought out what I could do to help incorporate those people who are not on social media. So coming soon, we will be using a platform that is not on social media, where everyone can gather. And yeah, that's all that I feel coming through for today. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'm looking forward to seeing all the kindness and love that you are sharing out there in the world. Yes, remember to make sure you've done all your action steps and you've watched all the videos if you'd like to be a part of the running for the prizes. And yeah, let me mention that. So there will be a few people who will win a free month in my latest mastermind group. Sorry, there's a loud truck. I'm just gonna wait a moment so you can hear my words. Okay. I do have noise cancellation on here, but I'm not always sure how well that works. So yeah, so I will be giving away free spots in my mastermind group. I will be giving, so there will be a weekly mastermind and there'll be a monthly mastermind. So where we come together like this, except it will be on a platform like Zoom or Google Meet where we can all see each other. So we can see each other's faces, because I much prefer that to lives where I just see me. I love to see all of you guys, and you know, it's lovely to see your comments and have engagement that way. But I definitely have recognized that I prefer being able to see everybody and see your reactions. It feels, you know, much more real than just talking to a screen and looking at myself. I prefer to, I like looking at myself. I love myself. Very happy with myself. But, you know, when I'm engaging with other people, I love to see them as well. I love to see, you know, your reactions, and it's just easier to gauge a conversation when we have those social cues. So I'm recognizing that's something I definitely prefer. So yeah, there will be a weekly and a monthly mastermind happening. There will be a month free in each of those that I will be giving away. There will also be discounts to join the mastermind group. I also have the Dream Builder 2.0, my new Dream Builder program that is going to be launching. And so there will be a few folks that get a 50% discount into my Dream Builder program. And then I also will have some free one-on-one sessions, some vision calibration sessions to make sure you are fully aligned. And actually, anybody who's played full out, I'm just going to put this out here now. Anybody who's played full out will have an opportunity to have a free one-on-one session with me to really calibrate your dreams, to really take them to the next level, make sure you're really dreaming big and you're not letting anything block you from what those big dreams look like. Because our beliefs, you know, on what we think is possible for us can really block us in those areas. So we'll take a look at what some of those blocks are. And then we'll take a look at, like, what are some of the next steps that you need to take to build that bridge to get you from where you are now to where you would love to be. This is what I'm here to do. This is what I love doing. And I can't wait to, you know, continue to help empower you guys, to help you, each and every one of you, to be living your best life. Yeah, so that's what I have for today. You just send some peace and love out to everybody. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments if anybody has any questions. This feels really good, guys. Give thanks for everybody who's joining me here live and on the replay. I'm sending much love out to all of you, my tribe. I'm here to support you and help elevate you to that next level that those longings and discontent show you are possible for you. So let's just keep reaching for next levels, putting down that baggage that no longer serves us, so we can all be, you know, flying high on these new frequencies that are coming in. It feels amazing, and I would love for you all to be feeling that each and every day. And we choose that for ourselves by, you know, doing that self-care, by taking some time for ourselves to set ourselves on a high frequency as soon as we wake up. You know, we really help enable ourselves to stay on that high frequency. We choose, and if we go down to a lower frequency, we've chosen that too. You know, we've chosen to allow that to come in. We've chosen to allow that person, place, or circumstance outside of ourselves to control how we are feeling and thinking. And we are in control of how we think and we feel. Your ego may try to take over too. It may not just be things outside of you. Our ego sometimes tries to take over as well, and tell us things that really aren't true because it wants to keep control. But no, tell your ego it needs to sit in the passenger seat, as my mentor Toby Staples likes to say. Tell it needs to take a seat in the passenger seat, and you can honor it. It's there. It's there with us, but don't let it control you. You know, you don't want to let your ego control you. So I am really excited for you guys to go out today and reach out and empower others. I'm excited to hear what you guys go out and do today and how you've impacted our world. So give thanks. This is Rosie again, coming to you from Living Your Best Life. This was day 6 of the 7-day Living Your Best Life challenge. Over and out. Blessings.